Hey, welcome back everybody to the Magical Adventures server. This is episode 6. And is this the most ridiculous hat you guys have ever seen? I actually just got it earlier from the mob farm, the Skelly farm. Get a lot of hats with that, and I guess it's a dragon. And it's crazy. Oh, I figured to start out this episode I'm going to show you guys something really cool that I built over here, and you might already hear it. We built a little KFC. No chickens were harmed in the making of this video. Um, I got this idea by watching a tutorial of a chicken cooker from Xumavoid, from the Thaumcraft family. And I'm gonna put a link to the tutorial where I got the idea from into the description so you guys can see how to build that. And I made a few changes. I made it bigger so I can accommodate more chickens on top. And of course we don't have just vanilla items, so I put a sorting chest and 2 sorting barrels. And I gave them a storage upgrade and void upgrades, so this can never overflow. And how this works, the eggs on top lay chickens, they go down in hoppers into a dispenser that gets triggered then and dispatches the little chickens, and they fit on half a block, so their head is not in the lava. But as soon as these chickens grow up, they burn up and the cooked chicken comes down here and their feathers come down here. Now it appears that these chickens on top here, well, they drop the poop from Ganny's surface, I think the mod is called. And when that gets dispensed, it just disappears. Oh, there's one dying right now, and I guess we didn't get a chicken from that, but it's okay. And so the poop just disappears. I've only had poop one time sitting in here, and I'm guessing is that a chicken grew up to full size, and just before it died, it actually pooped once, which then goes in the hopper and went in the chest. So yeah. This is it. I thought that's pretty cool. Free food for everybody on the server if they need it, and it was a fun project to build. Show you guys the top real quick. Oh, this is what it looks inside. It took a long time. I got built the ramp back here and then brought 2 chickens in and put them in here, and then just bred them manually for a long time. And then I actually the eggs they laid in the beginning, I didn't have them dispensed, I just had them collected, and they kept throwing those in to speed this up. And altogether there is now, looks like 20 something, well, 38, 42, I don't know why this number is, let's say around 40 grown-ups and baby chickens. Okay, and I actually just came from the mob farm to charge my wands, and I'm gonna go back there because I just noticed I got 33 levels. Where are you? Pinky, come here. So I want to enchant the book so I don't waste these levels, and then I'll meet you guys over in the nether to show you the changes I made there, because I need to charge the wands with Ignis, which I'm gonna do at the Blaze farm. You guys see I put paving stones of warding in here, so these mobs cannot come out. And I did that on my nether portal also, and the one at the mob farm. So there's no more doors. I like it, it's open, but mobs cannot run out. There's still these other ones, I think they're called Belf, that shoot fire. So if you stand over there, they will still shoot at you, but at least nothing can come out. So I just came into the public work area. That's where the first base was that we had. The hole. So you see there's 2 more of these paving stone awarding. And I redid this whole place here. I know there's a lot of cobble and oak wood and stuff, but I wanted to keep this simple and not use a lot of your marble and so on, because I don't have much of that yet. And I'd like to use that in my base first. Down here nothing has changed. Well, it has, but I removed all these things here. The enchanting table, moved it up, and the evil craft machines So here's the enchanting table, there's the evil craft, and honestly this blood chest to repair your items, it's almost a little bit too cheap. I think this should use a lot more blood, and it should be harder to gain blood. I mean, to fill one of these blood extractors, to fill the whole chest, you need 10 buckets. This takes 2 minutes to fill one in the skeleton spawner. It's ridiculously fast. I went out, collect a lot of lava, put it here. So this is public work area where everybody can just come and start out with until they have their own. And I hope that this is going to be expanded by other players. You know, they add their own thing and stuff. Let's enchant this book here real quick before I forget. I'm stealing 2, not bad. Starting collecting some stuff, and also armor downstairs. That's good. I've been repairing it so people can just take fully repaired armor. And this is just, I wanted to keep it simple, but I think it turned out pretty good. I like the rafter setup and stuff I made here. And an idea, get to some higher ground. This is what it looks from the outside. Kind of looks a little bit like a prison, I know, but I think it's good for now, and eventually maybe community project we rebuild this and make it fancy or something like that. Alright, now I'm gonna go to the blaze spawner and show you guys what has changed there. Okay, so we're here at the blaze spawner. You guys remember that's down there is where my portal is, and we also added Hoover Who there now. We got him connected, and this way is spawn and the workshop, and I changed the doors to the bloodwood because I thought it was fitting, and they're also fire resistant. So you guys see I closed off everything here. You probably noticed that I'm using smooth stone for everything now because I got a new pickaxe with the silky on it, so I'm silk touching everything, so I actually get smooth stone easier than cobble now. And I use my old pickaxe with the fortune on it, or the luck, to break down stuff then in the base, diamonds and shards and so on. So this was 2 bridges. I just made 1 room out of it, and I envision eventually, you know, put brewing stations in here and stuff. And a big tank, open block tank, you know, like 16 or so with water, because, well, we can't make an endless water source in the nether. And then up here, I'm just gonna show you guys through the doors. There's those 2 spawners. And, well, actually, I gotta fill up my Ignis. That's why I came here. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and that way you guys can see on the inside. And I just made it, you know, maximum spawning, so 4 blocks in each direction on the outside. And eventually, we're gonna make some kind of, you know, mob funnel out of this and stuff. Where's the Spectre? But for now, this is perfect because you can just, I mean, the amount of blaze rods I have in the base is ridiculous. Get over here. I want your ectoplasm. And see, this one is already full again, full. And this one needs a few more kills. So filling your wands now with the skeleton farm and these blaze farms here is so easy. I have not recharged on nodes once. Whenever I find nodes, I just scan them, but I haven't used them to recharge yet. And my plan is to actually get the bloodwood wand eventually, which just charges up on your LP network from blood magic, because that's passive, so you never need to worry about charging stuff again. Oh, 2 of them. Alright, so this is full. And I'm gonna head over to the base, and I'll meet you guys there. Hey guys, this is what the place looks like now. You guys see that, of course it's raining. You guys see that I deforested everything around here. It was just, I find it really hard to plan on where I want stuff to be, so I figured I'm just gonna tear down the whole forest. If you look on the map, the big part, and all the way over here, this is actually where we're gonna build the Thaumcraft now. And then once everything is done, you know, I'm connecting everything, like I said, with a lot of plants and tunnels and so on. And how do you guys like these signs? Are they awesome or what? That's from Thaumcraft. This is a map. So I figured, you know, well, this is our network connecting places, so perfect fit. And I kind of like this look now. I played around a lot over there in this building first, actually. I rebuilt this so many times. And I really like that sandstone on top. This is all carpenter stairs because you cannot make stairs out of sandstone. But I give it that texture, and I like the beams. Let me know how you guys like this. I think it's a really good look for the jungle area. I know this is not jungle wood, but I just like the really dark wood. It makes a nice contrast. I think this looks cool. In here, nothing changed. Just filled up chests, and you see I put up a bunch of essence berry bushes. Planted these guys right here because that's what I've been eating mostly. I moved the portal into this wall. I think that's a really good fit. That's where it's gonna stay. It's out of the way and looks kind of cool. And then this place here, down here in this, where this gravel is, there's an entrance underneath. This is where I first started mining in the area. So I dug out a lot down there already, and this was an island here. So I made this my fishing place. You can see on the sign here. I think these signs are amazing. I love it. And just tried to make the place look a little nicer. I was playing around with this fishing net here, and it's really... This has been many hours. I probably get like 1 fish an hour. This is useless. I'm gonna remove this again. And on the side here, you guys see an item collector from random things. I made a vacuum hopper first, but there's some kind of a bug that, you know, when you're trying to set the output side, it's really hard. It just doesn't register. You need to click a million times and then it works. And then I stumbled across this just looking through the different mods and what you can make. And I'm like, I'm gonna try this guy out. Made it and works perfect, just like a vacuum hopper. And if it's not connected to an inventory, it doesn't do anything. But here, let's just throw some down here. You see, it's gone. It just got sucked up and it's sitting up in here. So it works perfect and costs ender pearl, 2 redstone, and an obsidian rod. That it's just 2 obsidian and you make obsidian sticks. Sorry. And over here I made some fishing rods and leaves for this sifter and did a little fishing and only got here 1 actual fish that I could breed. And I'll play around with this eventually. Nothing in this room yet. Not sure what I'm gonna put in here yet, but now comes the coolest. Whoa, what are you doing here? How did you get up here, buddy? You're supposed to be in the water. I'm gonna leave him. He's a nice guy. Alright, so I built this down here and just placed smooth stone and used limestone stairs and stuff. I think it looks pretty good. And then starting down here, I wanted to have a look of a somewhat mine shaft, you know, with support beams and stuff like that. Now this door right here goes into the actual mine shaft. Goes down far, and I actually found the mine shaft with jungle spiders and stuff. And there was this room here. There was a bunch of this limestone that I took out, and then I'm like, I'm gonna build something in here. You can see I played around with this Thaumcraft. I wanted to see how all this looks, and so this is like a guest room underwater. Things sometimes glitch you out, these Thaumcraft. So don't put them somewhere where you walk by a lot or need to jump over. Their bounding boxes are a little messy because you see how you can turn these chairs depending on how you place them. That's their facing. It's an awesome decorative mod. And these beds here, by the way, you see, you could sleep in them, but they don't set your spawn point, it looks like. Because I would get a message otherwise, bed spawn set. So yeah, cool little room. Absolutely no use. I just wanted to have something nice looking. And now we go down here. The whole reason why I dug down here, because I made my pearl farm down here. So these are actually in the water, but because they're taking up the whole block, no water comes in here. Then all I do is here, you come here and harvest all these pearls when they're ready. I think this one? No, that was a sand. And then I just put them in here, and you see I've been collecting a few. I had actually 3 more ender pearls, so it's nice having a little ender pearl input from these. And then all you do is fill them again if you have never done this. And we can make rings and jewelry and stuff soon. I want to get into that. You know, for this whole baubles here, and I explain this one in a second. I found it in a dungeon chest. And over here, I put 2 fish traps. And the amount of stuff those guys are catching is really cool. And I kept everything I've been getting in this double chest here because I wanted to show you guys. And then I'm gonna move it to a better place. This glass bottle from here, and ink. I think that was, oh yeah, and the hook here. The rest I had. Look at the amount of stuff. Ink sacs is nice. But here, enchanted book, sharpness 3. Enchanted book, feather falling 4 and power 4. That was out of the fish trap. Then you get all these enchanted fishing rods. Bow is decent. And so this is a nice little, oh yeah, name tag, saddle. This is a nice little thing here. And now that I showed you guys all the things, I'm gonna, you know, start bringing the fish upstairs and bring all the other stuff into the respective boxes where they belong. So yeah, this was a nice little fun project. I'm really enjoying it here because I just, you know, play around and build nice stuff. Hopefully it's nice for you guys too. So now we get started with what I want to do today. I want to set up the Thaumcraft infusion because I want to make the boots of the traveler. And you see I put 2 paving stones of warding here also, so I don't need to mess with the doors anymore. Over here it's still open, and I haven't had any problems with these flying guys in the rain. If I'm out and about here, they come down and attack me, but they're really easy to dispatch. Okay, so first off, I made this portable dual work table. And there's already some stuff in it, but I wanted to show you guys how you make it. It's so easy. Definitely make one. You need a dual work table and a net. The net is just 4 sticks and a string. I don't know what the net is actually. Oh, it is right here. You can capture a bat or a squid. And then you need to make this table here, which is 2 work tables and 6 planks. And each work table is a crafting table and a chest. So to make this, all you need is 1 string and wood. And check it out. You have a dual work table, and these items are put in here because that's what we're gonna craft now. But like when I'm going down into my mine shaft, I have here 6 stacks of cobble in it for a stair pattern. And then whenever I need stairs, I just take out a few, and everything you put in here stays in it. I can even put this guy in a chest. Everything stays in this dual work table. I think it's amazing. It's really cool. And let me just dump all this stuff here real quick, so I don't need to mess around with it. We need all the rest of the stuff. Okay. And there's the Thaumcraft area far over there. And I'm going to make a nice path, and I was thinking maybe zip line and stuff like that to get over there. But we have the colorful portals. So I'd like to set up a portal here and one over there. So during the whole building and so on time, I can get back and forth much easier. And we have it, that mod, so we're going to make it a use now. So you make, well, I'm going to make 2 of these almost stain-proof buckets. And why I'm actually crafting it on recording is because when you click on these, in NEI, nothing comes up there. It doesn't show any, oops. It doesn't show any recipes for making these buckets, these 2. And I watched some videos because I couldn't find any information on it. Then I found one tutorial of a guy that showed it. So I'm gonna just iron ingots and gold to make these, and then you put them in here with, I think that you need to have it in this arrangement. No, I guess not. I guess you just need to have 2 of each in here in a water bucket, and then you make 1 of these, and I need a second one. And now how this works is that it tells you here right now, you need to right click it to mix and enchant, and it costs 5 experience levels. So we're gonna do that once. Now it's a bucket of colorful water. And we do that again. Now we get 2. And now I want to make mine purple just because, I don't know, I picked a color. So there's 1. Now there's multiple ways of making portals with frames and so on, right? But I wanted to... I actually thought that you got these buckets back in this form. And then you were... Oh, I guess not. Sorry, I had to cough. You can make actual frames with whatever color wool, stained clay, or stained glass, and then pour one of these buckets on it, and then it forms an actual portal, you know, where you can walk through and stuff. And you can make that upside down, vertical or horizontal, and whatever arrangement you want. The blocks just need to touch each other. But I want this one. This is like a portable portal that you can make. And I wanted to have one of those because I don't want to set up something permanent with portals yet, because I'm using the Nether transport system. But I want to use these as my, hey, there's a temporary, like if I go explore a dungeon, I might take one with me so I can get back easier, back and forth. So I'm going to place one right here, and now we make our way over to the Thaumcraft area and place the second one there. So you guys can see how easy this is. So I cleared out this island, and this is just... I'm gonna build like a really... I hope it's gonna turn out really cool temple over here for the Thaumcraft. And so I just placed this here to get the outline of the actual altar and stuff. And let's get this guy out of the way. Gonna put it... So now, as soon as I step in, I'm over here. It doesn't cost anything, nothing. And we go back. I think this is really neat. And if I make another purple one and, for example, put that 100 blocks away or in the Nether or wherever I want to, it stays in order. So to get to the next one, I would first have to come here, then step in this one again to get to the next one. And then if I step into that one, I go back to the first one I placed. And I don't think there is a max amount, so you could have 10 and you just hop from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. So, okay. Now let's set up the matrix. And I need all but one. Pull this out of here. And then we make the boots of the traveler. I said that when I make infusions and stuff, I want to do them on recording, and I really wanted to have these boots now, so it's a little easier to get around. God, now I'm placing them again because I planned all this out, so it's a max amount of 12 of these arcane pedestals that you will ever need for the highest infusion recipes from Thaumcraft. And I remember on a server before, I built it in a different arrangement, and then I needed to change everything because I was short on pedestals. And now I forgot. These 4 on the bottom, okay. One, 2, 3. Really? And 4. And I'm sure you guys have done this many times yourself, but that's why I'm not showing you how to craft these. And to make the arcane matrix, you need at least a great wood wand with gold caps. So I made that, and it costs 40 ordo to craft it in the arcane workbench, and that's why I just left again and charged all my wands back up, because this one was empty, and you need a fully charged wand to right-click the matrix to actually get it going. Now, I believe... Yes, and we're gonna need some stone to put this guy up here. And FYI, I've helped people in the past that couldn't form this. If you have a porch here, and I'm trying to form this now, let's see if it might have changed. But yeah, you see, I right click it, it doesn't form. Because there's something that it doesn't know what it is in here. So now if I right click it, it forms. So make sure that there's nothing in the middle blocks here when you form it. Cool! This is still one of, I think, the coolest multi-block structures in the game. I think his name is Azanor, right? I think his name is. He's just a fantastic mod maker. I love this mod. Oh, how much did it take? Okay, so it doesn't actually need a... But it needs more... Ah, why did it only use... Oh, because I get the discount from the wand. Otherwise, you couldn't make it with this one, I think. So it cost 30. But with the discount, it went down to 20. It doesn't matter. You need the upgraded wand. So now we have that. Now let me grab the stuff for the boots and the aspects we need. And then I'll be right back. Guys, let me tell you, this colorful portal here it's so awesome. Every time I need to come over here, and that is so convenient. So it took me actually a lot longer than I expected getting all this stuff together to make the boots. I totally forgot that I needed to make one of these guys here, and like I said, everything here is just temporary. I just want to get started with making a few infusions and then figuring out how I want to build this temple. But something I noticed about these void jars, I don't remember if that was changed or it's always been like that, because usually I set up a golem, which I am going to do again, to handle all this filling of the jars for me. When I right-clicked the arbor that was up in here, it just placed the void jar in here instead of emptying it. So I couldn't get it out, and I wanted to make sure it's a void jar because you get so much arbor you're never gonna need it all. So I needed to make some Essentia tubes to get it out, and then I noticed I didn't have any Quicksilver. So I went out exploring, and I found the Silverwood had no Quicksilver plants or whatever they're called underneath it. Found another one, again, nothing underneath it. And I think it's because of all the Botania and everything, there was just no room for them to grow. It was weird. Then on the third one, I found one. And when I broke it, it didn't give me a Quicksilver. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? It just gave me that, I think it's called Shimmering Leaf. And you actually need to put that into the crafting bench now, and then it gives you a Quicksilver. So I know that has changed for sure. But anyways, we got all the aspects we need. We need 25 Volatus, which I got from feathers, and 25 Iter, which I got from fence gates. And this was the byproduct, the air from the feathers, and arbor and machina from the fence gates. So I think we have enough. And now comes the one that boggles me the most. I looked through my chests. I don't have a single mob head. You know, the zombie heads or skelly heads. So I have to look into what's going on, because I know my sword doesn't have beheading, but I remember even getting those without beheading. And you know, the amount of zombies and skellies I've killed so far. Where is it? Minecraft. Oh, this has changed. Where is... My lord, what is all... I thought that there was... Oh, statistics, my bad. I killed 1,839 mobs so far. I should have gotten a few heads. Anyways, so I'm gonna have to look into that and maybe make a different sword and try that out. And because I wanted to give this a little more stability, and I didn't want to make any tallow candles and stuff right now, so I made 4 of these right now, because I only had 5 water shards, so I could only make 4 of these clusters, and hopefully that's enough. Now, another thing is why I'm carefully planning it like this, slowly, setting up this first and then building the temple around it. Because when you Sorry, I gotta pull up the page here. I can tell you the exact numbers. Yeah. So this is the center. Take it right here. You can go 12 in every direction. North, south, east, and west. And you can go 10 above it and 5 below it. So this right here is the first, the pedestal is the second, and then 3 more underneath. And then this whole box, that is the area that the matrix is looking for items that are stabilized, and also how far away you can place the jars. So there's 12 in the 4 main directions, 10 up, and 5 below. And I want to make full use of that when I build this, because usually whenever I set these up, you know, I have heads here and candles, and you can barely move because you get stuck on all these items. So I want to make sure that I put a lot on the ceiling and underneath, make it real cool looking, but want to make it as stable as possible. And one thing, by the way, I've been waiting for it to happen on camera. I do have one warp effect by now, because I did the research mastery, and it's very random. Sometimes twice within a few minutes, sometimes it takes an hour until again. And then the outside of my screen just turns black, and there's this noise. It's all creepy. It scared the hell out of me the first time I heard it mining. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? And so yeah, these new warp effects, and I'm gonna have to read up on more it. Says it right here when you read these pages about warp. And they're permanent now in 4.2. So once you get them, there's no way of getting rid of them. And I guess once you get enough of these warp effects, or you have enough, you actually get one new tab here that has some really powerful stuff in it. So I guess it's part of the mod pack. Now a lot of people are complaining about it, but we'll just deal with it and take it the way it is. So now let's make these boots. Enough rambling. Sorry guys. Alright, we need 2 of these shards. And where am I gonna put this? Let's put it here. And then we need 2 cloth. And a feather. And a fish. All kinds of fish you can use for this. And then the leather boots we put in here. Which I got those leather boots out of my fish trap. Because I didn't have any leather, so I went down there to check. I knew I had leather down there. And there was leather boots in the fish trap, so I brought them over to the mob farm and repaired them. So we got the free boots. And you can see here all my aqua 0.6, 12.4, and 0.85 all down again. So I need to charge my wands again. But let's see, hopefully this is stable enough. It's only a minor, I think. Or natural. What is it? Let's see. Drop down. Where is it? Whenever something drops down, it keeps sucking the aspects until you put it back on the pedestals. So if you don't pay attention, you can run out and then the whole thing fails and you need to start over. Come on. Give me my boots. Yay. Awesome. Now we got the... By the way, I enchanted these. Section 4 and Respiration 3 is really nice. Especially with all the water work I had to do. And this unusing is pretty useless. That's for tools. So if you would break them, usually it stops it. You can't... I don't know what it does. You just can't use it anymore. So you don't lose the tool. Okay. Yeah, these are faster, but I'm gonna try to get some books on here. I have a Feather Falling 4 and a Protection 3. I'd like to get some higher protection. I'm gonna have to... so nice being able to run uphill. So... But I'm gonna try to get Protection 4 and then apply those. I'm not just gonna enchant these boots because I don't want to get some useless stuff on it like unusing. But the speed is good enough. I don't really want to be any faster because I know with recording it might cause problems. But yeah, that's it. So between episodes, wow, look how high I jump. Love these. So between episodes, I'm gonna start building this temple surrounding the infusion setup and start, fixing up the place. And now no, we're already over time, guys, but I wanted to give you a quick update about the mod pack itself. I removed the useful pets mod. The one with the pet wand where you can level up your pets and so on. Because the amount of console spam you get with this mod from their core library was insane. And I guess it does a lot of code injections and stuff. I'm not sure. I didn't look into it. But it was not worth it, so I took that mod out. Then I added a mod called Storage Shelves, which I stumbled across because I check pretty much every day for new mods for 1.7, and I don't know why I didn't see this one before. This mod is awesome. It's like a mix between Java barrels and chests. You can make these here. So this one is a compact drawers, and you see it has 4 different ones. Each one of them can hold 2 stacks per drawer, so you can put 4 different items in here. And they get bigger and bigger. So I think the biggest ones can hold 8 stacks per drawers, and it has 2. This one can hold 4, and they're really cool because it puts the item in the front that's in it. And this is perfect for, like, I was figuring for all the Thaumcraft stuff, the shards, so they're nicely organized and you can see them. All the Potania petals and also mariculture pearls. I think it's gonna look really cool, so I'm gonna start using those instead of having chests and just barrels. I think it's great. And I gonna overlay a screenshot right now that shows you guys what are they called? Thaumcraft. It's a jungle mob it's insane the amount of mobs that spawned. I mean, just look at that number. That's crazy. And all just with me here in this area. They were all over there, and so I had to kill them with Opus a few times, and then I got tired of them. So I disabled them. I also disabled the Nether Soul mob from Lycanite mobs, which is that skull that comes through the Nether portal. Because I didn't even care about them coming through, but they are bypassing the paving stones of warding. They fly right over it. You see there's a mob waiting. It's not coming out. That's how it's supposed to be. But they flew right past it. And every time they explode in here, when you go in and kill them, they extinguish the nether portal. And so I was relighting nether portals all day long. I think that's just dumb. So I got rid of that. And the worst ones are the Abtu. ABTU. I removed those. Those were those goldfish that jump out of the water, which is fine. But you could not do anything in the water. They aggroed from all the way like over there from the island, and they're in schools of 20, so you could not do any work in the water, and they kept spawning over and over. And the worst part is, they come on land, they jump the fence, all the way over this, and then they get glitchy as hell in here. So with a sword, you cannot kill them. Because they jump up and you don't know where they are, the hitbox is all weird. So I disabled those too, and there's still enough stuff in the water, turtles, and you got these lacedons. So there's still stuff to kill, and you gotta be safe, but these fish, they needed to go. See, they're coming for me. But at least they don't, are stupid coming in. Oh, they're sinking me. Heavy heart. That's awesome. See, I mean, it's still dangerous in the water. It's not like it's a no-brainer or something, but it's manageable because I'd like to build. This is still Minecraft and not, Diablo, where all you do is hack and slash. I still gotta have something I can do in the water. So, sorry guys, but all this I wanted to make sure I mention it. Now, take a look at the ridiculous hat again. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and until next time, guys, take care. Bye-bye.